I may have to turn my AC on because it is fucking muggy in here. Hopefully that wasn't loud. Excuse the language. So this is the part 2. So the first thing that we tested in that last 93% win rate was only the last 2 weeks of July. Now we're gonna do the second half of July, which is another 2 weeks in a couple days. Fucking goddamn, fucking goddamn. All right, let's just speed through this like the same shit. So now we're looking at July 26th, Friday. The last day we were looking at was Monday the 20th. Oh no, this is Friday the 17th. All right. So Friday the 17th, what did we do? Did we take out any swing highs? No. We took out 1, 2, 3 swing lows though. We're looking for just a 1-to-1. We've since our last video we learned how to swing trade, literally everything. So like every market, Bitcoin, Forex, and literally because I just went back to mastering the basics. And I smoked really good weed. And it has sent me into a nirvana of geniusness. Alright, so let's look at the first low. The first daily low got taken out. Did we get a 1-to-1 offered? The funny part about this one is, damn, as soon as we come in here, this is what's sad about this. This is actually what's sad about this. There is no 1-to-1. We would have lost on this first one. So 1L, because look, we bounced in. We have a fair value gap and an order block. And then this is a new day, so this is Asia range. Now the thing about it is, if you don't enter before Asia, you might want to just see how it reacts off that level, because this day is another day too anyways. Wait a minute, we're supposed to be doing this Friday. Oh, so the Friday starts right here. And it just comes in and it takes out this low. And it does give us, and then it takes out a second low. So look, this is one loss right here because this is actually a perfect setup that just failed. So that's the sad part. Right now we know that it's 93% win rate, 93.75% win rate for the last 2 weeks. We got an order block. We would have put our stop loss here. Oh, we would have had to make that bias. So now we're going to do the rest of the month. And I kind of want to hurry up. I'm kind of fucking cooked right now, bro. So yeah, we would have lost a cool little something right there. So Thursday. But it's really Friday. So that's one loss right there. Then we come out and we take out this next daily low. This is the final daily low. Because we just took out one right here. No move. Then we took out another one. Oh shit. Yo, this is 3 moves that failed all back to back. I'm not even gonna lie. There's one move right here. Now this is the end of the day. This move you would already have got a win right here. I can already see it coming in. But this is the end of the day. So like honestly, it hit it and it left the order block and a fair value gap. And I cannot see why this move would not be correct, to be real. Besides the fact that Asia just opens up. Then we come over here and then we hit the second low. So it gave us 2 losses now. We have 2 losses and then we hit the final one. when we hit the final loss, it's like the final trade. Alright, did we get a break of structure? Yes. Is there an order block? Yes. Order block. Come on, let's really pick up the pace here. We're gonna have to watch this whole video. So now you've experienced 2 losses. Honestly, at that point I would have stopped for the day, even if it gives you another opportunity, which it does. But here's the thing, this one, it gives you another opportunity. Does it give you a 1-to-1? No, it gives you 3 losses back to back. Damn. Unless you put the stop loss maybe right here, which I put it under the lows. I don't put it under the wick of the body, so it's like, yeah, no, you would have lost 3 times in a row there and then. So honestly, I would just, if you lost the first one, I would just stop. If you lost the second one, I would probably just stop for the day. So that's 3 losses just gave back to back, taking out a daily low, taking out a daily low, taking out a daily low. But all 3 losses. And then eventually, we get this move right here. That's a whole nother day though. That's going into a whole nother day. So yeah, this actually failed. Put the long tool here. It's actually failed so many times just now that it's like, damn, you thought you were unstoppable for a moment. Like this shit was gonna work out every single time, Mr. Cheesecake Factory. But boom, what do we got right here? A 1-to-1. Order block, fair value gap. So that was 1, 2, 3. So they gave us 3 losses in a row and 1 win in a row, making us just 2 steps back now. I'm trying to think of why you would maybe not take those trades, but I mean, this isn't even a daily low for real. That's like a daily opening price, so maybe skip that because it doesn't have like a good wick. So that's 1 loss we could have avoided right there. So then we can make that 2 losses and 1 win just by filtering that out. And then this one right here, these 2, I don't know, they just didn't work, which is surprising because it seems like this shit work every time, don't it? And let's go to Thursday the 16th. So Thursday, alright, let's not have our head in the cloud. We took out a low and we took out 2 highs. So the 2 highs right there looks like a short opportunity was provided. Was there a long provided opportunity in here? That was the real question. So start there. thinking about just turning the gain all the way up and back in the mic. Like dang. Alright, so, oh, wait a minute. Is it the same day? Oh, that same Thursday, though. But it's a Thursday that opens up. This is a Wednesday. But we took out that high. So we might actually had a short on this Thursday too, cause see, first we take out this daily high. There is some fair value gaps. There's the order block. Now this barely takes it out though. So maybe a loss right there. That's if you take that. That's really not clean setup though. Keep it real with you. I would just skip that one. I wouldn't even take that as a setup. It just sweeps the high barely. And then we have another high, a double high. So we have a high like barely out of reach. So you know it's going to want to take the next high. And then it gives you a short paired with a fair value gap for a 1-to-1 or even greater than a 1-to-1 if you're paying attention. Because like, yo, some of these it's like you maybe just get a 1-to-1, but like when you see certain things go down, like it's like maybe you should take advantage of that. So let's get a 1-to-1. So look, a 1-to-1 was clearly provided, but dude, look how much was really provided on these trades, yo. I could have took this to the daily low for a 5-to-1. You think I would have took this long right here when it took out that low? That's a draw in liquidity for this short. And then the next one is another draw. It already took out this high and these highs. So why would we really get a long? We should really just stay short bias focused at that point. Look at the order flow. Honestly. And look at how much. But yo, we're just going to say. So that is 1 win long, 1 win short, and 3 losses long. So now we're basically just down 1 step. Even if we really took every single 1-to-1 based off a sweep of a daily high and a daily low, that's what I'm really testing right now. Let alone these are fire ass moves, consolidation being swept, all of that. Like this one isn't really all that fire. Like sweeps Asia range, London manipulation, New York continues to sell off. Like that's classic ICT. So we still got a whole month to test. So yo, you might take 3 losses in a row. You thought you were fucking, who the fuck do you think you were? I mean, come on now. That was for this Thursday though. This is why I'm confused. This Thursday took out this low right here. No, that was 1 win for Thursday. About to see how annoying this AC is in the background. So we just tested Friday. Friday we took out no highs, and then Thursday we took out. So did we get 1 short right here on this Thursday? Never would I made it without you. La da da. I start clicking in the dates. So yeah, that was Wednesday going into Thursday, and then we took out this low. So that was for Thursday. So we got the trade in Thursday, but then Asia opened up and took out that low. So honestly, you might not want to just take this because it was right at the closing. So this is like, there's reasons I could see why I wouldn't wait. And then Asia opens up. It's probably going to want to sweep out a low or a high. It's another day and it's already near this low. So it comes down here and sweeps that low out. Then it takes this low out. There's probably good reasons why we could avoid these. But let's just say we took a loss, alright? So do we get a long right here? This is a Thursday long, but we don't really get it provided. So we got one short for Thursday. And then we swept the daily low within that same Thursday, but Asia is actually when it got to the order block. So, which Thursday was that? Yep. And then we come over here to, we go to the next day. I don't like how it zoomed us all the way back out. Look how much clutter there is on here. It's just like daily high, daily low, daily high, daily low. I feel like NASDAQ gal. Literally can't stop talking like him. So we took out two highs. Alright, now on this day, Wednesday, we took out two highs, and we did not take out this third high right there. So we took out two highs right here on Thursday and no lows. So now we're just looking for a short. Thursday on this Wednesday. La da da da. Do 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 do. We oh. Da 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 da. Fa la la la. Let's get a whatever it do. We da bo. Be da bo. We oh. Looks like we took out three highs. I'm not even gonna lie, but we took out this high first right here. Where's that triple high? It's just like I'm a triple high, but I don't know where the fuck I start. Alright, so Wednesday, one short. Day starts here. I'm trying to figure out where this high is that is supposed to be. This should not be like this. My bad. I got so much clutter on here. OBS is running everything slow. Alright, so what the fuck is this fucking shit being stretched the fuck out this long? Does not need to be that long. I'm like, what the hell? This shit all the way over here talking about daily high. Oh, and this is saying triple high. So that's 1, 2, 3. Alright. So now we come in here, we just took out a double high. Now everything seems less confusing when we go back in. So now let's see how it reacted off those levels. Alright, Tuesday opens up for that Wednesday. See, now we don't see these shorts right here. Even though it looked like there was a 1-to-1 off that line still, which is crazy. So Thursday opens up, Tuesday opens up for Wednesday. Wednesday doesn't take out any daily high. Then we take out both the daily highs right here. So first we take out one right here. But look how close we are to the next daily high. So with the fact that this did break in an order block in the 5-minute, there is a fair value gap right here. I would not take that because it's one daily high. There's another daily high literally fucking 0.25. Like when it's 0.25 away, don't you think it's gonna just kind of fucking take that out? It's not even a whole point away. So then it comes out and sweep that. Then it does break structure right here. So technically we got to take the trade now. We enter in at the order block right here for a 1-to-1. I don't gotta use that tool. I just use the short tool. I'm just hoping that we don't get any more losses, because bro, we just started this video off with 3 losses in my 93% win rate strategy. Bro, we get so close to getting stopped out on this, but it's an order block with a clean fair value gap right here, and it closes, breaks structure, and then when this closes, that's a fair value gap. So we know that we can buy as soon as this one closes. We could just start selling off, but it keeps on retracing. And it almost looks like, because now it's close to a triple high. Now it's 2 points, 2.5 points away from this one. This one was 0.25 points. We know it's gonna take it out. This one, it's like, it's a little far out of reach. So it could take it out, which it did take it out over here. Alright. It took that out. I'm trying to figure out, was this a 1-to-1 from Wednesday? I didn't put Wednesday down yet, so I'm trying to figure out why isn't Wednesday marked up. Talking about Thursday. The Thursday short. Oh, that's a Wednesday afternoon. So wait, we got the first Wednesday short right here, which leads into Thursday because it's Asia range. So we hit this. We got our stop loss. Do we get a 1-to-1? No, we don't. And you know what? This is like another one of those trades where it's like, now it's 1 point away from the stop loss. So do we not think it might go 1 more point? It's like, even if you get in on this trade, if it closes right here, whenever it closes over this is when you'd enter. So you would enter right here, you'd go through some withdrawal, you'd make it up here. And then at this point, you could honestly move your stop loss to break even if you want. So you can actually manage this position. Like, so you don't have to lose on it. But then you get stopped out. So I want to say this is 1 loss, but this barely sweeps that. This barely sweeps that high. And then it's so close to another high. So you could also skip that. So let's just say 1 loss and 1 win for Thursday. But what we're seeing is that when it's so close to another draw on liquidity, it's probably going to want to sweep it. Especially when you can see that it just kind of took out this high and then retraced a little bit. Then it kind of rebalanced the equilibrium of this range. Once it's rebalanced this range, I mean, it might not necessarily need to go any further than that. And look, that's a full rebalance of this PM range right here. So it's like, you move your you can manage this, and then it probably wants to nick up in there. Let's keep it real. But that's a clean ass move right here. So maybe it needs to sweep a certain amount, and it cannot just barely sweep by 1.5. It needs to be sweeping by like 5 points at least. A 5-point sweep is more proficient. But it's alright. So it's basically neutral Thursday. Now we come in over here on Wednesday. All right, we got this 1-to-1. We take out one high, and then we so close, so we take out the next one. So we got a 1-to-1 on Wednesday. So we got one short. Did we take out any lows? No, we did not. All right. I'm pretty sure that's one short for the Wednesday. And then let's keep on going. Then I'm like a bird. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. And that was a double high sweep at least, so it's fine. And then now this doesn't sweep a daily high, and this does sweep a daily low. Next sweeps one daily low. I don't know why this one has to get so close to it. I need to make sure that I don't get these confused. That's this sweeping that low for that day. So one daily low was swept on this day, on a Tuesday. Tuesday 14th. So Tuesday the 14th, which starts on a Monday. Alright, so we take out this, and honestly, that's a fair value gap in an hourly order block. So that's an hourly order block, yo. That's a way better trade, yo. Look how this one shifts down. But look, there's a trade on that one on a short time frame. So on a 1 hour order block, that's super fire game. And it closes hourly, so you can tell that the hourly draw is probably going to want to take out. Because now we're looking at hourly draw. So with the hourly draw, it's probably going to take out a high. So like, you could really like get in there and get busy on that day. But let's look at a lower time frame. Alright, 15-minute, it looks like really clean flow still. You can actually get a way better entry too. You get a way better entry. Now don't tell me that the 5-minute has an entry, because if the 5-minute has an entry, you might as well just rock out from there on. So this is the same order block on the higher time frame. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go back to the 15-minute, because we don't break structure until right here. But this sweeps the daily low for sure. And does it give you a move right here for a 1-to-1? Actually sweeps this twice. So do we get a 1-to-1 here is the real question. Do we get 2 longs? Do we get 1 loss? What happens? Well, we displaced out of here. First, we kept on sweeping these lows, sweeping these lows, sweeping these lows. Did we break structure? No. We break structure. We actually do break structure right here, but there's no fair value gap. But then we break structure right here. There's a fair value gap. An order block down here. So with this order block paired right here, do we get a 1-to-1? It's a real question. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I can't tell if I'd want to take this setup, because something about it just tells me that all this consolidation right here, all this mumbo jumbo consolidation, it's not just like a liquidity grab, it's like a consolidation. And there's probably news and stuff. It's a Monday too, Monday Asia. But no, we wouldn't have got a 1-to-1. We would have hit this order block, and then we would have came up. We would have took a loss. Now, is that a break of structure with the order block? Yes, but I don't like the consolidation. So we're gonna say that when we see this consolidation before a move like that, we're not gonna take it unless it's clean. Look at how this second move, on the other hand, on the 15-minute is way cleaner. So we could say maybe one loss. Because we're not sure if we're going to even count that as a move, because we don't have to take every single move. That's the thing about this strategy is, and if now we're also seeing that 15-minute in the hour, that's higher time frame than the 5-minute bullshit. So if you want to make sure, look at this break of structure, you don't even see a fair value gap, you just see an order block, and we don't even really clear the order block. Yo, but right here is clearly order block, fair value gap, and on the 1 hour it's even clearer than that. Cause like by the time you see this, it's like you see it's 2 o'clock, so you might as well check the hourly bias. If you see it on the hourly bias, because that's higher time frame, right? Gonna making this PD array a higher probability, right? And we're just looking for a 1-to-1. So this is why we come in here and we master this, because you don't just become a pro all of a sudden. You master it, and you never give up, and you master. Now time stacks up, and it does seem like all of a sudden you're a genius. All right. So what do we got? 1 win right here for this trade. Way better. We could have got in there a little bit deeper on the 5-minute, but no matter what, it's a 1-to-1. So we're gonna make the same amount of money because we're gonna risk the same amount. But we got a clean fair value gap with a clean break of structure right here. Displacement hourly. That's a high probability setup. See, now it's like, all right, we got to make sure we see what works the cleanest. So beware of that consolidation. Took out that low, and then now we're coming over here to Monday. Monday took out a low, and Monday never took out a high. So let's see if we got a long on Monday. Never would I made it without you. La do da do dum. Daily low. So this is what we're noticing now. When we're taking out a daily low during the PM session, well, for one, there was no displacement. Break of structure with a fair value gap. So we wouldn't even enter on this order block because there's no fair value gap. So we want to take that. Then we come and sweep this low. Then do we break this structure? No. We just kind of come up here, do this weak structure shit, and then Asia opens up. Then we go into this consolidation. So I would just say that I would say there's no trade for this day. I wouldn't take that just because it swept that low. There's no trade available. And then it might be weird opening into Asia session. Like this loss over here could have been avoided, because what if we just said, all right, it doesn't sweep it by PM session. So Asia opens up and it just kind of runs down, takes out that low because it needs to sweep a low. It's a new day. So it's either going to go for a high or a low. So we could have avoided that one. Unless it swept it and then gave us a move. Like right here, this loss, I probably would have took that one, to be real. But this one, we could just say fuck that. We didn't have to take that. Because you got to have standards. Imagine now our biggest losses have came from the Asia session. One right here. And Asia opened right after PM, and then this Asia. So what if we just said, hey, we're just not going to trade the Asia session? Because then we get this right here in the London session for a 1-to-1, I'm pretty sure. Friday. Yeah, and we took some wins and some losses that day. This is technically Friday. This is 1, 2. This is 2 of the losses. Where's the third loss? It's the third loss right here. But then we have, yeah, so we could have just took 1 loss and 1 win and said fuck those first 2 losses. But yo, we're just gonna add up the total and just see what it's like, because we could have avoided some of these losses. So Monday there's no trade. So now we just did another week, and it was a rough week. Oh, and by the way, this was CPI on Wednesday, and core CPI on Wednesday, and PPI on Wednesday. No, this is core CPI on Tuesday and core PPI on Wednesday. And this is the only week that I have found a loss. And what are the worst fucking news events to trade? FOMC, core CPI, PPI, and non-farm payroll, I'm pretty sure. So what if we just said we're not even going to trade at all this week because of those news events? We would have never took those 3 losses. Now let's calm down. I'm getting loud in this mic now. Look how we can avoid these losses. Because I'm like, damn, we're losing fucking money, man. What if you didn't trade the fucking CPI, PPI week that you know is bullshit? Unless you get a super move. Those moves were pretty clean, but they failed. And it was core CPI and PPI. So I don't want to take those fucking weeks because I know that's a bad week. That's every month in the middle of the fucking month. There was 1 week that releases core CPI and PPI. And those are the worst times to trade. So there's a reason to this. Alright, so let's go on to fucking Monday now. Which, wait a minute, wouldn't you not want to trade on Monday? That's right before core CPI and PPI? Those are the worst Mondays to trade. So let's just look at the daily chart. But let's just check the Monday out anyways. We would have skipped this whole week now. Because fuck that. And then we're going to see the week before would have been a banger week. And this was the only fucked up week in here. I don't mind taking 1 loss, but 3 losses in a fucking row. I'm good on that. And it's during a bad week like core CPI. Get the fuck out my face, yo. Are you a fucking dumbass who doesn't know shit? Or are you a ICT master, liquidity concept, navigator? So this Monday took out that low. And did we get a trade for that Monday? That's what we were looking at. Honestly, we don't get a good trade on that Monday, I'm pretty sure. Sunday opens up, consolidates, pretty much doesn't take out any daily highs, daily lows. It actually makes the daily high. And yeah, this looks like all consolidation. And then it's consolidation before core CPI, PPI that's coming out on this Tuesday. So now it's a fucking Monday. Oh, whoa. That's Sunday? And now, oh yeah, now it's the Tuesday. But it's the Tuesday that has CPI on the news date. So we might not even want to take this. And we might not even want to take this win right here either. Because this win is during the New York session. But it's on Tuesday, the day before. So it's like, and it's before news. Hold up. This is Tuesday the 14th. Tuesday the 14th at 8:30, we had core CPI, CPI, and then the Fed chairman speaks. Warsh testifies at 10 a.m. Look at this candle is at 8:30. So you would have entered this candle before news, which is already bad, but it actually would have worked out. The news sent all the liquidity into the market, and then it worked out. Then we come over here and we check this Wednesday. Wednesday's new all came out at 8:30. So right here, now Wednesday's came out. It shot up. It swept this high. Then it swept this high again. So after this, after the news, it would have been fine. But here's the thing. We took all those losses right here. One, and then it goes into the Asia range. This is a Thursday. Not much news. And then a Friday. And this is post core CPI. So maybe you should just check the structure of the overall shit. Because we might have actually just wanted to be in a superstar short up here. Because we just took out all of these daily highs. We might just be shorting this whole move right here, making a crazy swing trade concept. So we wouldn't even look at those long points. We would just look at these points where we would get ready to take a long as a place to take partials for a massive swing. Because we put in the high for the week, it looks like, on Thursday. Usually you put on the high by Tuesday, Wednesday, but there's core CPI. So we kind of consolidated it. So you really could have swung the fuck out of that bitch on a Thursday, taking out a high, and it's the high of the week. So now you need to really figure out why the fuck. I mean, no, we're just doing a 1-to-1 right now. But we're not just doing a 1-to-1. We are mastering everything. So now we're trying to figure out why the fuck. All right, so this is Thursday putting the high of the week. So when was the low of the week? Well, the low in the week was Monday. So what if we just said we want to take the high of the week to the low of the week? We would have skipped these longs right here. One long skipped, another long skipped. And we would have just got a fucking 9-to-1 right here on some savage shit. Because we're going from a high to low. Let's calm it down. Because we're clipping right now. 44 minutes in here. Let's finish up this video. We learned so much, though, from those losses. We wouldn't even take this on this Monday, so fuck that Monday. This is a part of a core CPI Tuesday. We could say fuck this whole week. Alright? I mean, bro, we gotta look. Is there an SMT divergence right here? That's the real question. If there's an SMT divergence, then we could actually kind of tell that there was gonna be massive shorts right there. We haven't even looked at NASDAQ for these last month. I've almost back tested. We've only been looking at the 500. So we come over here. This was the double high that got taken down. This is the fucking short that we're talking about. Was fucking crazy. Thursday, yeah, that's the high of the week that it put in. So then we come over here. Well, let's just see if there was a SMT divergence. So this is this high right here. This Thursday took out this high. But dude, look at NASDAQ. Monday put in the high of the week. Versus Monday put in the low of the week for so why this was Monday right here. Look at how this Monday's high got taken out already. We got an SMT with this high. Is there another Monday in here? Oh shit. Now we're looking at this Monday. So now we have two SMTs. Because now we're taking out this high on Monday. And then this high on Monday did not get taken out. Oh, wait a minute. We got this on the weekly and we got that on the daily. So, and I'm pretty sure that just showed us on the weekly bearish structure. So we could already be in the mindset, because maybe we don't want these one-to-ones. Maybe we want to fucking swing the fuck out of a bitch, niggas. When you're genius, you figure out how you want to do it, because how you want to do it is the best way. And you can't even learn from anybody, because nobody is going to see how you see the world. So, I digress. So let's look at that Monday. This is a Thursday right here. This Thursday did not take out this high. So now we already see at least a 1 day SMT right here. We already have an SMT. So we could tell that that's going to be and it's a daily SMT. So, and we're taking out daily highs. So make some goddamn motherfucking sense. Alright, are you a master of this shit? Not only that, we also didn't take out this high right here. I'm pretty sure. Yep, because look, we pull this tool. So we have one SMT right here. And it's core CPI week. So there is a reason for those losses. It's not even like boo-hoo. And we were trying to long during an SMT, a bearish SMT on the daily. So we have two highs that did not get taken out over here that got taken out over here. So can we make some sense out of this player? Let's keep it going. I need a drink tonight, I think. Yes, you can. You just transfer when you get in. You go to the desk before you sign in. My heart rate was 2 up today though, because I was on Wellbutrin and weed. So my heart rate has been pumping for like 2 days now. I'm debating because my friend's not at work at the park I wanted to go to, so I'm debating on if we should even go to that part of town. It was Williamsburg. But now I'm like, I'm in another 44-minute video right now. Actually, 49 minutes is what I'm at. So I need to finish this up real quick. But yo, I'm figuring so much out. I'm literally mastering right now. So now let's go past this Monday. Let's go on to this fucking Friday. Just looking at the SP 500. We're about to pay. When we get a daily SMT though, we're just about to short the fuck out of that, bro. We're about to stack more confluences. So we would have been in a fat short for those longs, for those little weak ass 1-to-1s. We could be on a different broker too, trying to take those 1-to-1s. But we're already in a short position. So, and we already got a 1-to-1 and we're just stacking up. So when you're making so much fucking money, what does it matter? When you're making that much fucking money all the time. Friday we took out this high. Did we take out a low? No. So let's see if we got Friday. We took out 1, 2, 3 high. We took out a triple high this Friday. So Friday the 10th. All right, daily high, and then this would be nicer if it was closer. Yeah, 2 daily highs that didn't get taken out right there. So this is a triple daily high. The crazy part about this is it looked like this triple daily high sold the fuck off like a motherfucker. So we sweep the first high. Do we break structure? No. Then we sweep the second high. Do we break structure? No. Then we sweep all 3 highs. Then do we have a fair value gap paired with this that was not met yet? So technically we have a fair value gap right here. I do not like this move. It does not look good. It does not look sexy. And then we wick the fuck out of this right here. Like, what is this wick? Like, that wick went so far too. Like, why is that wick so aggressive? What time was it? 10:30. We had no news, so I don't know why. So yeah, there's really no fair value gap that is clean right here. This is not a clean setup, so we do not have to take this. Look at all these wicks right here. It's choppy Friday action. Now, I'm not gonna lie though. Just because we wouldn't have taken this move doesn't mean that if we would have entered at that order block for a 1-to-1 after it closed, because it broke structure right here on this wick. This one left a fair value gap. So I probably wouldn't have took this move, but yes, it would have worked. And it's sweeping 3 daily highs. That's what you got to remember. We're sweeping 3 daily highs right now. There is a fair value gap, and it's touching the wick of this body. It's not the best setup for me. But on that first return to that order block, and it's already wicked out all of this right here, which gives me an indication that it's going to want to keep on going up. It swept lower liquidity. It swept its own daily lows that it put in for the day, making a new daily low. But did it work for a 1-to-1? Honestly, yes. And if we put all those losses in there that were sketchy, and then this win right here, let's just mark it down. We didn't even have to take this move. Alright, we got 9 more days in the week. Not all work days, I don't think so. We might have less than that. Only 500, not even really using NASDAQ correlation for any of this. So just kind of like blindsided, but really just one flow. So this Friday does not, this Friday takes out this high right here. So if this takes out this high, that means that there is a short on this Friday, hopefully. Or this Thursday. See if we get a short. Holy shit, this is a long video. It's almost an hour long, but we have learned a lot in this video. So we're really becoming a discernment master right now. We're learning how to judge a setup. Because it's all about learning, bro. If you're a master, you get better and better and better. You do not just become perfect. All right, mastery does not mean actually achieving perfection. Daily high right here. Pretty sure this Thursday takes it out. Yep. Asia opens up, so that's the start of a day. This is the close of the day down there somewhere. New day right here by this Asia. So it comes up here. It sweeps this high. Do we get a setup on the 5? Alright. We got a fair value gap with an order block. Sweeps a high. This is a setup I would take. Short tool. Comes in, but we get a loss. And look at how we already swept liquidity right here, and then we dive into this doji and we sweep that low. So it's giving you a bunch of buy kind of vibe. But what is it? Thursday, 1 loss. We're just gonna tally up all the losses and the wins, but we're not gonna hold back on this because we want to get a real clear picture, and then we're gonna figure out how we really want to trade. Do we want 1-to-1s? If we're still correct a lot of times, then why not? Here's the thing. Is there something in here that tells me that this is not gonna work out? I don't think so. I think that you would have had to lose this one. Oh, but here's the thing. We already take out this draw right here. So maybe by the time it enters in this order block, is there really any liquidity over here? We didn't take out a daily low, so it's like we're pricing up still. To be real, I'm just kind of disappointed on this one. So we took out that, and then for this, let's come over to Jesus Christ. Wednesday 08. We took out 1, 2, took out 1, and we actually took out 1. We took out 1 low right there, took out 1 low right here, and we did not take out any highs, but there's a gap right here that needed to be filled. And you can kind of tell that we're going to be bullish on this Thursday move because even though it was on a Friday, Thursday candle though, because we just closed bullish like a motherfucker. We just took out these lows, and now we're drawing to take out these highs. So we kind of know that we're going to draw a little bit higher. So we're looking at Wednesday. We took out 1, 2, 3 lows. So let's see how the action was. Act a fool for me. I'm so tired right now. I need to do yoga like crazy. So each low we must know what goes, what truly goes. I'm not a hoe. Put that on the bros. Back up the sack, let's go and get some dough. I know I've been wrong. Let me sing a song. I'm here for you. If that isn't wrong, I know a Joe. There's probably an SMT in these days or these moves that would probably say, hey, let's just not. But so no, alright, so fortunately we take out this daily low and we just crash through that bitch. We take out this daily low and we just crash through that bitch. So we avoid anything right here. Then we come down here and we take out this low, we don't break structure, and then we got these order blocks right here. We swept this low and then we put in a higher high right here. Then we got these order blocks right here. We got these fair value gaps. This is so fortunate that we did not have to succumb any more losses for this day. Order block. And honestly, we almost got stopped out, but we can switch the time frame and just make it way higher time frame, which is going to make it a way higher probability, which is going to make it way cleaner. With Thursday, you don't see the order block anymore. So let's go back to the 5. Because that is the first and only time it revisits that, and there is a fair value gap paired there. There is some fair gear, I guess. Let's just say we took the damn move, alright? Stop under here. Because this is a pretty nice order block, I'm not going to lie. 1 to 1. We would have came in here, dipped out, almost got stopped out, but then fortunately Michael Jordan, so we would have took a win for that day. Don't have to take this move, we don't want to, because this fair value gap right here got rebalanced already. And then there's really this order block move right here that I honestly want to take, because we break the structure right here. Put the low, so honestly we dip in. So honestly, I mean, bro, we're figuring out actually how to do this shit right now. And that's 2 1-to-1s. So I almost want to say 2 winners. Is there a fair value gap? There's a fair value gap right there. There's a fair value gap right there. So I almost want to say 2 winners for this day. 2 1-to-1s. I really want to say 2 winners because then it comes back and dips into this order block. And you can buy when you see it come down here for the second time, and you could buy on like a 1 minute reversal down here. Like, you just be like, all right, we're back in that order block. Like, let me scalp the fuck out of this shit. Like, why is this acting retarded, yo? When I change the time frame. Got me all the way back on this fucking first day. Oh, we can't even go that far back on the 1 minute. That's probably why. So 5 minutes, the lowest we were gonna go anyway. So I would say 2 wins for that day, whatever day that was. Honestly, why not 2 wins? Like, honestly. So yeah, let's just say 2 wins for that day. What was that? La da do 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 da 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 do da 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 da. It was Wednesday. So honestly, we get that one order block, breaker structure, because this is a sweep of a daily low. Then we come in here and we rebalance this fair value gap, 5-minute range. Then we come put a higher low. So I would say at least one win for this day. And then we come back in and we dip in again. And then when it breaks on the 5-minute, like right here on this candle, what if you just bought for a 1-to-1, which is near that ratio already, which is near under this order block still. When you see this candle close bullish and you're in this order block still. So honestly, if you really just were like on some flow shit now, 2 wins for that day. And I want to say 2 wins for that day because I can see the flow. This order block get revisited for the first time paired with this fair value gap. Thing is that there is this fair value gap right here paired with that order block. It's kind of off. It's not touching the body. But then it's like, pay attention. So let's say 2 wins for this Wednesday. Because we're adding in the bullshit losses, so we should add in some of these bullshit wins too. Because that's order flow. We're taking out 3 daily lows right here. I mean, bro, this really turns into a fucking massacre. No matter which one you entered on, this really turns into a fucking massacre. Oh boy, I got the AC on. Boy, this video is goddamn motherfucking Wednesday. I was Tuesday. That was Wednesday 8th. So now let's go to Tuesday. This Tuesday, what does Tuesday do? Alright, Wednesday took out 3 lows, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Tuesday did not take out a high, nor did it take out a low. Now there might be a SMT with NASDAQ, but we're just looking at the 500. That gives us a day we can skip. Alright. Monday did take out this high though. And no lows. Monday 06, did we get a short? Then we got like 5 more days. Monday 06. 2 of them aren't even real days. Let's say be weary on trading on Fridays and Wednesdays. So I should have made sure that those losses, if they're on Fridays and Mondays. Because we could have filtered that amount. We could have just had a good week on some of this shit. But then there was core CPI too throughout the week. So I really want to figure out how we could filter out these losses. I don't want to just make bullshit up. Sometimes you just got to take a loss. That's what it is. So this Monday took out this shit at like fucking end of the day. It did not take out any lows though. Monday 06th. So look, we take out the daily high. We do have a change in state. And we do have an order block paired with the fair value gap. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. It barely sweeps this. And since it barely swept that, I don't really want to take it because it was a loss. If it was a win, would I be saying something else? Well, it barely swept it though. That's what we got to pay attention to. It only went. It only goes basically 0.75. Like when it's not even a point sweep, but a 5-point sweep makes way more sense. Once again, this is 1 point, but I have that like dead ass a point under the line. Just come here. It's a 1-point sweep. A 1-point sweep isn't shit, but a 5-point sweep is more relative. So look at these next sweeps. These next ones look like they're actually fucking. So, but then compared to these like 7 5-point sweeps, is it 8-point sweep? Yeah, hell yeah. And then break a structure with the fair value gap. That's a pretty big fair value gap if you do say so. Paired with this order block for a short. Must I say more? Dude, I'm about to be so rich that I need to figure out how to act. I need to read this book. Because some people might not like just me wanting to buy them shit and just fucking being rich as hell. So that's Monday, that's one short. And no longs available. That means that the 5th and the 4th were Saturday and Sunday. So now we're going Friday the 3rd. Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday. So let's see if there was a holiday Friday the 3rd. Bank holiday, so we wouldn't. There was no Friday, and we wouldn't be doing shit on Friday. What holiday was it? Independence Day. Anytime it's crazy, like it'd be like Christmas, and I just be like bank holiday. Yes, sir. Maybe we could get a dog named Chip. So now we're doing Thursday the 2nd and the 1st. Alright, so Thursday took out a high. Thursday took out a low. Thursday took out one high. Thursday took out one low. I'm like, fuck. Like, what are these days gonna hold? So this Thursday, first it took out a high, then it came and took out a low. So first low, did we get a return to the order block on the 5-minute? We never got a return to this order block. So we just swept and we just sold off structure. That's it. That's what that was. So no short entry available. It swept a high, but no loss. So you know what? I don't really mind. And that's the crazy part. Then in this sweeps this. Meh. Wait, then when you hit this order block, do you get a 1-to-1 on some crazy shit? Because if you come back and you hit this order block, the order block isn't really paired with the fair value gap. Oh shit. But when you break this structure right here, you got that fair value gap right here. So I'd rather just say on a 5-minute scale, because that's an order block with the fair value gap. Yes, that's a 1-to-1. Look, the order block is going to be from here to here. Now, plus, this is actually the high right there. This is not even the high. That's just broke down, but it did not take out the order block yet. This is a change in state with the order block. That's the real low, and this is the real high right here. So, actually, this is not a shitty move either. It's not some bullshit. I'm just saying, fuck it. Let's just add another win to it, because I'm making this very precise, and I'm not bullshitting myself right now. So, what is this? Thursday, 1-1. One short for a 1-to-1. God did. And then we come out here and we take out this daily low. Did we take out 2 daily lows? Looks like we took out 2 daily lows. So first daily low, we take out, we don't get a change in state. Keep on going down, no change in state. Then we take out this daily low. Then do we get a change in state? Yes, we do. Now we have the smallest order block down here, and it does not get returned to, but this order block right there does. Let's go to a 15 and see if it bridges this any better. Well, we see that. Let's go to a 10-minute and see if it bridges this any better, even though I don't use a 10-minute. So we got a change in state. Just to smooth out this play a little bit. It's the difference between 5 and 15. And it's an art, so. And it looked like a move on the 5-minute already, but I said let me just see if it looks better on a different time frame. Order block. I don't know if I'm gonna rewatch this video, it's so long. Probably just like put it on. Or make a recap. Just like a short recap. Put a long right here. Thank God, yo. So yo, I don't think we've been taking too many losses since we I think we recovered. I think we made those 3 losses that we didn't have to take. Like, what's the matter? Then we're gonna do Monday first, and then we're gonna see what the whole win rate was for this whole month now. I'm so glad I work my ass off and I just stay in here and I do this, because it's actually starting to pay off now. Let's see what this win rate was though. And we only have to take clean setups, and we don't have to be mad if we lose, and we can pay more attention and probably get more than a 1-to-1 out of most of these. We could probably get a 2-to-1 out of some of these, which would save our ass from some of these 1-to-1 losses. Or keep our equity curve going. So it's probably good to get a 2-to-1 if it seems like it might offer it sometimes. But right now I just want to master 1-to-1 if it's a good win rate and put some bread in my pocket. So Monday's right here, or Wednesday the 1st. So we just did Thursday the 2nd. I think Monday's the 1st. No, Wednesday the 1st. Had to turn that M upside down. Alright, so Wednesday we took out a high and we took out a low. Probably took out the high first because we closed bearish. Oh no, we didn't take out a low, we just took out a high. Alright. This would be easy. Back test. Go down to hourly. Wednesday. 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 Hey, Wednesday. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Looks like we got a amazing move. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Let's put the order block right there. Oh, but we don't tap back into the order block. Wait a minute. I mean, on this fair value gap, on a 5-minute fair value gap, we get some work. But nah. As far as the order block, well, when do we change the state? We change the state as soon as we close into this. So when this candle closed, then we immediately wick up in here. We've already wicked this order block. So now the real question is, yes, there is an obvious entry right here. You could easily just take, because dude, you could just do the 2022 model and this 1-minute breaker structure right here, swing low, swing high, broke. Or you could just take it like this. It's already at equilibrium, and it will give you a 1-to-1. Here's the thing, that's a 5-minute range. So if you see the 1-minute inverse, or even if you see this 5-minute inverse right here, and we just took out the high, you could take a 1-to-1 immediately off a 5-minute right here. But yo, this isn't this model that we were looking for. The model we were looking for would have to dive back in there. Now this does hit the wick. It hits the wick. But does it hit the order block? No, it doesn't hit the order block. We can put it on the 15, see if it does any better. It just gives us a 20-20-22 a fair value gap, but it's, yeah, the equilibrium is fair value gap's not mainly in equilibrium. We can switch to the 10-minute. Try to make this really work. The only thing that works is if we were to enter on the wick of this. If we were to enter on the wick, we would have got a 1-to-1. So let's just say that was it. Alright, now we're just gonna total up the first half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 wins, and then how many losses? 3 losses. 3 losses, 10 wins. So if we get 3 losses and 10 wins, what's the win rate?
Let me see. So 10 wins and 3 losses makes 13 total trades. Your win rate is about 76.9%.
76.9%. That's still very good.
Yeah, that's strong. But what's your risk to reward look like?
A 1-to-1.
Okay, so with a 1-to-1, that still can work with a high win rate. But a small edge can vanish fast with slippage and fees. What's your average win size?
$500.
If risking 500 to make 500, that's solid but thin. Costs could eat into that. Maybe aim for at least 1.5-to-1 if you can.
But we're back testing this. So now, that was for the first. That was the second half of the month. You remember the 93.75% one? Now do that and add the 15 wins and the 1 loss. from the
Yeah.
other day, and then total all of that
Right.
up.
Yeah, so 15 wins, 1 loss, then 10 wins, 3 losses. That's 25 wins and 4 losses, about 86.2% overall. Still strong if consistent. Wanna test how that holds up over 100 trades?
Nope, because how are we gonna do that unless I backtest 100 more trades?
Right. Yeah, that's the work. Slow and steady.
So we had a 76.9% win rate with that 93%. Now we're basically sitting at an 86.2% win rate with the 1-to-1. That's actually still amazing still.
For sure, that's excellent consistency. Just watch out for overfitting, okay?
So
Make sure the
the
edge is real.
I just did, so get out of my fucking face. Dude is stupid. So for a 1-to-1, which we could have got way more money on some of these trades, and for some of these losses, we could have really avoided them for real. But so we got 93.75 for Friday 31st July to July 21st. Then we did this the rest of the month. So from Friday 17th to the 1st, or to the 2nd, because that's the last trade that was available with the entry, we had 10 wins, 3 losses. So now we had a total of 25 wins. 25 wins, and so we had a 76.9% win rate for the first half of the month. 10 wins, 3 losses. But now 15 wins plus 10. So let me just make sure. It should be 86.2%. So now we have 25 wins and 4 losses. What's the ratio?
Let me see. So 25 to 4, that's 6.25 to 1. About 86.2%, like you said. Pretty strong. Just
So 86.2% win rate for the month of July, and we could have dodged some of those losses and been in a very long-term play. All right, so thank you. You're mastering this. Thank you.